And this is not just with K-drama, all round. Like, it just takes away the whole essence of the movie you're acting. It's not like you are trying to portray something with that love that you're showing. So why waste? And it was just surprising. I was watching My Secret Romance, I think I told you. And I'm when did you grow wings? People have changed. Oh my God. Grow wings. Wow.
Annyohaseyo Chingus, hi everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Annyohaseyo Naija podcast. Firstly, just let me say Happy New Year to everybody, because it's been long I talked to you guys and it's been long there was any activity on the podcast, but we're back, we're back and we're here bigger and better. And it's been so long that I have a lot of discussion and reviews for you, one of which we are going to discuss today. But today's topic is, is it serious and intimate? Let's say serious and intimate. So recently, a friend of mine watched a K-drama titled My Secret Romance. I don't know how many people have watched that, My Secret Romance. And she was amazed at the way Koreans acted and portrayed their sex scene in the movie. And she came to me one day, I was like, Ronke, I don't like... what has Korean drama turned to? Like, is this how it is? Gone are the days of small kissing and bedroom scene that they will not show us anything, they will just off the lights and all that. But they are really showing us things now that we've never imagined they will show us. And I was just laughing. I was like, okay, I need to bring this discussion on the podcast. I want people to listen to what she has to say. Hi, Nanso. Nanso has been on the podcast before and she's here again. She was ranting, like serious ranting. I was like, don't rant there. Let's just come to the podcast and you will say what you want to say on the podcast. Hi, Nanso, and Happy New Year.
Hello, Ronke. Happy New Year to you too.
I hope this year has been good so far. It's actually March already, but we are still saying Happy New Year.
I've been saying Happy New Year. And about it being good so far with Nigeria, well, we thank God.
No. Now. Cash will flow. Everything will flow. We'll get money. Ego will come out. So as I said, you will know that veteran Korean watchers like us, that we've been OGs in this game, from Boys Over Flower to the rest, Jumong and all. We know that K-dramas are very strict with sexual content, right?
Yes, very true. Very,
very strict. And there's a general rule that K-drama is family oriented and the act of sin is strictly, like, it's monitored, it's censored, that you must not, there's a particular limit to what you must show in a sex scene with the other K-dramas we've seen. Even in Boys Over Flower, the scene of Jandi and Gujumpyo kissing, I can't even count it.
Like,
we just knew that they liked each other, they loved each other, but the sex scene, and they didn't even show us any kissing scene like that. It's only there's one or two scenes that we saw that there were scenes that they kissed and maybe love like that, but any other scene like that, I don't think we have it. Do you think so?
No, we don't. Yeah, most the expression of love was always holding hands. Like, it felt like a big
and they had this rigid kiss, something that their lips don't even move. They just touch their lips and all that. Like, okay, or they will have this back hug
and
thing.
Don't forget, they're always under the rain. The umbrella will fall.
Exactly. They have this motion, the slow motion kind of thing. Exactly. They will not do back hugs and all. I was like, oh, and that's what got us into K drama. Like, I'll be like, oh my god, this is love.
So cute. That kind of thing.
But you know that movies now, K-dramas now, tend to have more touchy feeling. Like, if you are not touching, caressing the other sex now, I'm not saying that it's molesting or anything, but the expression of their love right now in K-drama has changed. There's no more the kissing, the rigid kissing, the back hugs, the holding of hands in the rain, the dancing around in the rain, or going to eat and feeding yourself, all this love feeding and all. But now we see intense scenes, like
very intense. You be wondering,
they've broken these barriers. Like, there's no barrier again when it comes to sex scenes in K-dramas. And you told me that you don't feel that, you felt K-dramas are losing their essence because, right? You said that to me. Like, you said K-dramas were known for just little about holding yourself.
They're not all about the sensual part. They're more of love itself.
and that's all made
there was just
K-drama
this
K-drama.
beauty in the way they used to express their love, like just like Indian films too as well. You can never see them kissing or
The sex scenes.
There's just this beauty about it. They just make you know that, oh yes, these people are in love. These people really like each other. It's not, yes, the sex is a huge part, but it's not basically about the sex. But I don't get the point of focusing so much on their sex scenes. And this is not just with K-drama, all round. Like it just takes away the whole essence of the movie you're acting. It's not like you are trying to portray something with that love that they're showing. So why waste? And it was just surprising. I was watching My Secret Romance, I think I told you. And I'm when did you grow wings? People have changed. Oh my god.
Grow wings.
Wow. Well, it just felt very, like you said, they are veterans. We know how before their kids does not pass their lip with touch
their
the girl will even be feeling. You know that thing where the guy will think
She's
something
shocked.
bad and she'll be like, "Wow, don't talk like that." And they'll show her blushing. You know, it was just fun to see that. Oh, these people. But then I also realized that times are changing.
Exactly.
These days,
they have to keep up with
do you
trends.
understand? They have to keep up. These days, sex is not really anything. So I mean,
anybody, so they can just portray it anyhow.
just do and do. Nobody
Because
cares.
most K-dramas now, on the first date, you're already entering the bedroom.
Yes.
So before anything even progresses, you don't enter bedroom already.
Exactly.
Don't do something.
So it's not.
So it's like they're portraying that love and sex, they go hand in hand.
Thank you. That's what they just say. It goes hand in hand. So if you're in a relationship and you're not doing that, then it's almost like you're wasting your time.
You're wasting your time in that K-drama. And people now, they'll be like, okay, we've watched episode 1, we've watched episode 2, we've watched episode 3. Okay, where's the sex scene? That's the next thing.
Most people are looking for that, so they're trying to sell that. But me, I believe, like I said, there's just that beauty. Like, imagine how it used to face them that they're holding hands.
Like this giddy.
It just gives them this giddy holding hands, hug from the back. That's why you see how they'll put so much attention into that. Okay, maybe she wants to fall, or little things
You
like
catch
buy her.
her.
You understand? Buy her gifts. You know, they spend quality
surprise
time
her.
together, quality time talking and getting to know each other. But now you see that the first thing, they're already jumping themselves. I'm like, okay, people, calm down. This is not what Korean people were telling us before. This is not how their love is to be. And that's why, as much as I'm not a fan of Indian movies, I still respect the fact that they take that thing as a big deal.
A big deal.
Even married couples, they will never show you that they are doing anything in Indian movies.
But I go against that opinion because I watched an Indian movie recently. Not the series though. Not the series they show on DSTV and co. Not the Gangas and all. But this one is standalone. And they actually showed the beginning of a sex scene.
Oh wow! Okay.
Where the lady was caressing the
guy,
guy, but the thing they didn't show us the full thing. They just showed the girl caressing the guy, and the camera panned to the door, to the shadow, to the wall.
That is even better.
Then they took us outside. Then we knew, okay, something happened.
You can do a build up for us when they are kissing and then you move. But then when you see movies that they have to go into detail and you have to see from beginning to the end.
Not be blue film now.
I did not sign up to watch a blue film. If I wanted to, I would go to where I want to. But a movie that you have taken away the storyline for me. Especially when it's now recurrent, you're always having that
the same thing over and over again.
Auntie, are you selling me a movie or you are selling me porn?
Actually, there are some K-dramas. I actually listed them out. Like, there are 5 K-dramas that I've watched and I felt like they went to the extreme when it came to their sex scene. Number 1 of which was, I don't know if you watched Nevertheless.
I've seen it or I've not.
You've not really gone there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get. That's where the famous quote came, do you want to go and see butterfly? You know, Koreans, if they want to tell a lady that, will you come with me to go home and have sex, like, do you want to have ramen?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to have noodles?
Yeah.
But
and the girls will do, I can never forget, what's wrong, Secretary Kim? When he said that, and she's like,
do you understand what you meant?
Do you understand? Like, she was like, and he's like, he was so happy at the fact that he has an innocent girl. Like, it thrilled him even more, and he made him want to get to know her better. That this girl is running away from this kind of thing. Do you get? But
now this one said, do you want to go and see butterfly? That was his punchline in Nevertheless. And that film showed us God,
every single thing.
Oh my God, it showed us. And the guy was a red flag. The guy was a big red flag, but they kept showing the girl falling in love. I know we can't always determine who fall in love with, but the sex scene was something for me. And the second one was My Name. This one was even action packed, but they gave us at the almost towards the end of the movie, they gave us a vivid sex scene of the hero and heroine. Then the third one, It's the Spot. There's actually another title for it on Google, because when I was looking for it, I didn't see It's the Spot. I saw Fanta G Sports. Okay. So when I saw Fanta G, so I was like, okay, you already told me what I'm about to watch with the title, so I'm not surprised. But I still went ahead. I watched it too. I actually watched it because it was a movie about podcast about women finding their G spot, like women understanding that they can be pleasured too, that they have to find pleasure during sexing, like during your sex with your partner. You have to find pleasure. It is not for your other partner alone. That was what the podcast was about, and the film was based on that. And they showed us, oh my god, I don't know if they used stunt double for the girls. My dear, it's a South Korean. The lady in the movie is an ex K-pop star. So I was actually surprised when she did a movie like that. Annie, she's from Exceed, the group Exceed. So I was actually surprised when she was doing it, because she's the type of lady that she's conservative in her other movies. Even in real life, when I watch her interviews and fan cams, she's very reserved. But when I saw her in the movie, I was like, okay, are you trying to step out of your comfort zone and do something serious? But this is actually very serious to me. And these two other ones, okay, the last one, not the second to the last one, I'll say is Word of the Married. That one is a very messed up film. It's about I'm not even capping. I'm very sure anybody listening to me now will even ease when they hear Word of Married. That film messed with my brain. Like I had to sit down and like dissect that movie. Like it's like Penthouse. If you tell me, have you watched Penthouse? Like asking me, have you watched The Word of the Married? Penthouse had season 1 to 3. They were killing themselves and they were resurrecting and killing themselves.
Some storyline.
So the storyline was epic. I was like, okay, what else do you want to show me? That's another one. And the last one for me is Somebody.
I actually heard that.
I told you, didn't I tell you about that Somebody? As in, when I was done, it has just 7 or 8 episodes. Girl, when I was done with that movie, I had to reevaluate my stance on Korean dramas. I was like, Korean dramas, Koleto now. When did we get here?
When?
Like,
there was even one I watched. I can't remember that movie. Maybe because of how much I was just, for the life of me, I can't. But it was it was set in the olden
era.
And then, funny story,
there was sex in there.
Yes, the king was in love with his without calling him Kosha, his right hand man.
So it's like a BL.
Yes, he will sleep with and they will show us. He will act like when I said I'm not watching it again. It's not even about whether he's bio, but like, why am I seeing vivid scenes of? I mean, some people will like it or like.
Actually, some people will really appreciate it.
But to me, like, why are you showing me vivid from beginning to end? You're showing me how it's even the way they.
Keep it.
I can't.
But we have said this all now, and I felt, to my own conclusion to all this, like, I feel like the trend of this K-dramas opening up to sex scenes, more of sex scenes, is like they are trying to portray a more liberal attitude to sex and the younger generation. And I feel they want to appeal to the global audience, because I feel K-drama now has transcended from catering to the Koreans. Now I feel K-drama is not even for Koreans now. It's for the global audience. So if they want it to sell in the global market, and if they want it to appeal to the global audience, they have to show something that will captivate the audience. You get? So I feel they are doing that towards being more open to the liberal world. And I feel if you even want to be open, please let there be a limit to it.
You get it.
There should be a limit. As much as I enjoy seeing love between a female and a male in K-drama, and I feel, oh my god, this is love and I'm very happy about it, but I have my own limits. So I feel like, okay, you're taking it to the extreme if you show me this part of the you're basically showing me a blue film. Like, okay, it's a blue film you're about to show you now, and
you understand,
you have to go
like, you can still show For example, Love to Hate You Now.
That
movie is
film.
amazing, by the way. Please, you should. If I've not watched it, then you are doing a very
You're
wrong thing.
dulling yourself.
Like, look at the part where they now where he told her that he loves her. Like, they didn't show us what they did. Of course, we know that
we know exactly,
but they just made it so it was romantic the way they kissed, and before you know it, they jumped to the part where they now start talking, and he starts telling her about what did it for him, how he fell in love with her, all those stuff. Like, you can still do that and don't have to go all the way to. She didn't even pull her clothes. I didn't even see anything.
Actually, we didn't see anything, but we know something happened.
Of course, we knew.
But they didn't show us, and we're happy about it. Like, okay, yes.
They showed us from the kissing from the parlor all the way to the
bedroom, and they closed the door.
Perfect, beautiful. But then why do you not have to show us everything?
And the storyline was not diminished. Actually, it's actually achieved what it wanted to show us, from a hate to love relationship.
Like, they balanced it out. The sex scene was balanced. The love they were trying to portray was balanced. But when you are having a movie and the sex is even more than
the dialogue in the exactly, it's messed up actually.
Exactly.
And we call UK drama for a reason. You are not American movies. You're not Italian movies, and they're not Thai movies. I'm very sorry, but if you really want to watch sex in a Thai movie, you should go watch those ones. They don't even get. They don't have demarcation in their kidney again. As long as they're doing I'm not against it, but if you really want to watch it in a Thailand movie, you go watch. So this discussion we've had today, wrapping it all up, do you feel it's positive or negative? Because according to my own opinion, I feel like it's positive and it is negative. As much as they are trying for inclusion in, and even in women equality, you feel that women should have a say in what they want to portray. Like that fantasy sport, I felt, apart from the sex scenes, there are some lessons I actually learned from, and even from a female point of view, I learned some lesson from it. But I feel it is positive and a negative. What do you feel about it?
Well, like you said, positive because they are trying to break out from that.
That shell.
That shell that people put them in. Most guys don't like K-drama
because it's about the guys that are fine.
You understand? So yes, they're trying to be liberal now, more liberal, so everybody can key into it. But then negative in the sense that it's like they're losing their essence for me. The whole point. Imagine if as a child I was watching Boys Before Flowers, and I'm seeing that kind of thing. Like, what are you supposed to be teaching me? And they have to also take into consideration that most of their fans are teenagers actually. Is now that you see grown adults
watching K-dramas now.
They started from small. That's when they're watching. You can't really
grew on
see
them.
The middle age or the older ones just watch K-drama, except a teenager.
You've built the interest from a very long time.
You, like I said, you can have those scenes, but you don't have to be. You have to be able to differentiate. Are you doing a sexual movie, or you are doing a movie that has a balance? Like I said, it's not porn. If it was porn, I know that yes, I'm coming here to watch porn, so whatever I see, I take. But this is supposed to be a movie with storyline, and they have this thing where they make the movie, it feels real. Do you understand? So are you trying to tell me that, okay, yes, you're trying to show me that it's real, but then there are some things that you cannot portray in real time too, because you want to show me, you want it to be realistic. See Vincenzo and Red. Did you see Vincenzo? We didn't even see the love between both of them till the end. Actually, they didn't show us anything. The end, they focused on the whole
storyline that he gets for revenge. That he's going to get his revenge.
Love was brewing between both of them. But there was no sleeping with you. Just straight.
They don't show us at all.
To me, the negative is more than the positive.
The negative is more than the positive.
Doing well.
Thank you, Nonso, for coming on the show. And to wrap it all up, guys, I'll just ask this simple question. Do you think this free progression towards sexual discourse in K-drama should be considered a positive thing or a negative thing to its viewers? Guys, I want you to answer that question. And that is the end of our discussion for today on Annyohaseyo Naija podcast. Guys, know you can reach us at Annyohaseyo_Naija on Instagram, and you can drop your messages for us. And if you want to be part of the show, you can reach out to us on our Instagram page. Till I see you on the next episode of Annyohaseyo Naija podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.